Hey guys, coming to you from the kitchen of my house. Man, these have been a crazy last 2 weeks with this pandemic going on. And I think that I'm hoping that this coming week is the first week that we're all going to start to settle down a little bit. We are aware that this is becoming our new normal. And so I want to talk a lot this week about rest, because what's going to happen is our stress hormones have been dictating so much about our energy, about how we utilize our energy these last 2 weeks, for the most of us. And so what goes up must come down. So as we start to settle down a little bit, and hopefully, because you're managing your media content wisely, hopefully you will start to feel a little bit less intense, specifically related to your stress response when you start hearing bad news or scary news or possibilities, things like that. So I'm really, really, really encouraging you guys to manage your media. I think I will probably say that about 1,000 times before this thing is over, no matter how long it lasts. But the one thing I wanted to chat about really quickly today is one of the most beneficial things that you can do to help your body rest and recover and restore. So I'm recording this on Sunday, and Sunday is typically a big prep day in my house. And it's also a day that I really make an intention to spend time doing things that help me feel restored, so that when Monday gets here, I'm ready to roll and kind of jumping out of the gate, because I had the day before to restore myself mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually. So what I'm going to do today is I'm actually, dogs in the background, sorry. I'm actually going to take an Epsom salt bath here for about 20 to 30 minutes. So I use this brand of Epsom salt. I get it at Costco. And if you know anything about my story, you know that I went through a couple of years where I was very, very, very sick. My nervous system was a total wreck, and I started, I had chronic Lyme disease, or I got hit with chronic Lyme disease, I should say, and my whole world changed from there. So each day of my treatment, which was 2 years and 7 months long, each day of my treatment, I had to take antibiotics twice a day. And so do the math quickly, it turns into an enormity of pharmaceuticals specific to antibiotics. And there's a lot I can talk about on that end of things. But one of my biggest problems is that I could not breathe properly. My diaphragm was locked in a state of just total dysfunction, and the process of breathing, talking, breathing, walking, I mean, it literally, they wouldn't happen together. I had to either walk, stop, slow down, breathe, or stand and breathe. Like, it was just so bonkers. So I'm elated to say that now that I'm recording this video, I have more proper function in my breathability than I've had in the last 16 or 17 years. So yay for that. But one thing I wanted to note, and why I kind of brought this up, is because about an hour or two after I would take my antibiotic, I would get something called a Herxheimer reaction. And it's basically a detox reaction from the antibiotics killing off the pathogens, the bacteria, the Lyme bacteria, the bad bacteria in my body. And so my nervous system would just be so tense and pissed off in on top of how uncomfortable and out of function it was already. So every single night, without fail, I took an Epsom salt bath because it was the only thing I could do that allowed my muscles to relax enough to where I could breathe properly so that I could then sleep properly that night. Because if you're not sleeping or you can't sleep, you cannot recover. Period. End of story. So, yes, our water bill was very high every month. And the days that I caved and decided not to take a bath that night because I just wanted to go to sleep or take a quick shower and go to sleep, I felt so much worse because I couldn't fully relax because I couldn't breathe. So you'll see me take a lot of breaths now because I'm still training my mind and my body to breathe and talk and function normally. And I typically have a whole lot to say when I do a lot of videos, so I'm trying to get the most out as soon as I can because nobody wants to watch a video for 30 minutes. A lot of times I would also put some lavender essential oil from Young Living, and sometimes I would even put the Young Living essential oil called Stress Away in my bath or in the bathroom diffusing. So the last thing I wanted to point out is that it's really, really important if you know that you have adrenal dysfunction, it's really important that you treat a super hot or even remotely hot Epsom salt bath like a workout. So you need energy before getting into that heated environment, and you need energy maybe during and after. So there are many, many days where I would have a small snack before, which I just did actually, because I'm getting ready to go take the bath. And then after the bath, I would plan on having a small snack or a big meal, depending on how I felt and what time of day it was and that sort of thing. I always have water with me, and quite often I'll have electrolytes or some Himalayan salt or some Celtic sea salt in my water because I'm losing electrolytes in the bath. So one thing I note, because it's not time to go to bed yet, it's about 6 o'clock at night right now, and I'm doing this now because my child is taking a nap. So I'm trying to utilize my time as best as possible because doing all of this before bed typically jeopardizes what time I want to go to bed at night because it takes a little bit longer than just doing my quick shower before bed and drying my hair and all of that stuff. So consider that. Before I learned about that whole energy fluctuation, I would take super hot baths and they would wipe out my energy. So I had no choice but to sleep that night. But then I wouldn't sleep very well, or I would wake up just starving in the morning because my body was craving energy because I had used it all. So, and if you think about the fact of how much breathing, how much, what am I trying to say? If you think about how much a dysfunctional breathing pattern uses energy, that will also kind of expand on the idea of this whole energy concept and losing energy here. And don't think about it so much as calories, because calories, yes, they are energy, but I like to dig deeper into talking about this energy transference, if you will, or losing energy, gaining energy, that sort of thing. So, okay. I hope you liked the video, and I hope that helps you move forward into doing some restoration yourself this week. Um, yeah, so I'm gonna go take my Epsom salt bath and have a little peace before it's go time again. Okay, have a good day.